How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the PatriotDIY channel. In this video, we're going to be solving a problem. So I needed a way to divide up my garage space with a barrier to keep my dogs from getting over to this side of the garage. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you a couple different ways to accomplish that. All right, guys, so I have a little bit of a problem in my garage here, and we're gonna try to solve that problem today. So if you've watched the channel before, you might have seen where we built these garage cabinets and built out this nice home gym here in the garage, and we are absolutely loving that. Now, this garage is also where our dogs spend a lot of time, especially when we're away from home. This is where they hang out. Now, these are very good dogs, but the problem is that if you leave them alone for too long, they like to chew on stuff. And my son's baseball here is a pretty good example of that. And I'm just a little bit worried that they're gonna get over there and decide some of our workout equipment looks tasty and start chewing on it. So our goal for today is to try to make some kind of divider to divide up this space so they can hang out in here and we don't have to worry about them destroying anything that we don't want them to destroy. Now, I got a couple different ways to accomplish this. Basically, we just want to make a barrier that'll keep the dogs from getting over to that side of the garage, but also don't want to make something permanent that we can't take down if we want to or easily get over to the gym side. So I'm going to be showing you both of these options and how to do it. But first, guys, if you haven't done it yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. Now, the first option is pretty simple, and it's something you can do maybe with some scraps that you have laying around. And for this, all you're going to need is a sheet of plywood ripped in half. And then we're going to take some smaller scraps and we're going to cut out this shape right here. Now, you can see I have a groove here in the middle. This is a 3/4 inch groove. It fits perfectly here. And basically, this is just going to be a foot, and we're going to use this piece of plywood to make kind of a temporary wall. So we just need a couple of these feet here. I'm going to set one right here, set another one right here, and then we just drop our sheet of plywood down into those grooves that we cut, and that's going to hold it up. Now, I don't think this has to be super sturdy. You don't have to build a big frame or anything like that. I think just the piece of plywood and the 2 feet is enough to create that visual barrier where the dogs won't try to get over it or around it. And so you're just going to need a few of these and a few more feet, and you just continue this all the way down the center of your garage. Now, I can tell you that this option definitely works because I've been doing it for a couple months now, and it has kept the dogs from getting over there into that area. And it cost me nothing because I just used scrap materials that I had laying around. But there are downsides. The first downside is that you have to keep these sheets of plywood stored somewhere. They're also kind of heavy and cumbersome to move around. And at least for me, you don't really want this up all the time. I really just want it up whenever the dogs are in here. I'd have to take it up or put it down every time the dogs were going to be hanging out here in the garage. So this does work, but I think I found a product that's going to solve this problem a lot easier and be a lot more convenient for us. So what I'm going to be using instead is this pull-out mesh partition wall. This is going to be a lot more convenient because anytime the dogs are going to be out here, I just pull it out, secure it across the garage, and it keeps the dogs out. And then whenever the dogs come in, I just unclip it and it retracts right back into itself. The whole process takes just a couple seconds. So it gets the job done. It's a lot more convenient for us, and we don't have to have that unsightly plywood just out in the middle of the garage. So I'm going to be mounting the main assembly here against this post right here at the steps leading up to the door. And this is going to be perfect because it aligns straight down the middle of the garage. Now, the installation of this is pretty easy. It's going to come with these little mounting brackets that just slide into these grooves here on the assembly. It has one for the top and one for the bottom. And they do have an adhesive on here, so I'm going to peel off that adhesive backing. And then all you have to do is we're going to align it with the post here, then Press it firmly against it so that adhesive will stick. Then we're gonna release it and lift the assembly straight up off of those mounting brackets. You'll see that adhesive is gonna hold those in place. Then we just need to fasten these to the post with the provided screws. Once those are secure, you can just drop the assembly right back down onto those brackets and it locks in place. Now this pull-out gate is going to extend from here all the way across the garage to right here. Now the one I got wasn't quite long enough, so I did have to build this little extension wall, but depending on your application, you should be able to find one that'll fit your space perfectly. Now if we look down here at this side of the assembly, this is going to attach the same way that the other side did. It just has the little mounting brackets that stick to the wall. You attach those, and then this is going to drop right down onto those brackets, and that's all there is to it. Only thing left to do now is we'll come over here to the top of the main assembly. You can see this little knob here. We have a lock and unlock. So to unlock this, I'm just going to lift up and rotate that to unlock. And then we just pull this out and extend it all the way across the garage. Once you reach this end, it's very simple. The bottom is going to fit down into that little foot, and then the top just clicks into place, and you're good to go. And that's really all there is to it, guys. You can see now we have a nice barrier all the way across the garage. I think this looks quite a bit nicer, obviously, than the plywood we had before. It's also a little taller. This is about 39 inches, so that's good. And the best part is it just retracts right out of the way when we don't want it there. To release it, it's very simple. There's just a button right here. You're going to depress that. That's going to loosen it, and then it just retracts very easily all the way back into that main assembly. All right, guys, that's it for our garage divider dog fence thing. I think this was the perfect solution to my problem, and I think it actually looks really nice. I will have a link to this in the description below if you want to get one for yourself. And if you guys have any other ideas or anything you would have done different, make sure you let us know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.